When I was 18 years old, I was enrolled at Texas Tech University. I was going to try to walk on as a football player. I ended up going out to the nightclub with a bunch of the football players. We went out, we went dancing. I ended up at a taco cabana afterwards, and stayed there. Ended up meeting a girl. Kind of stayed back with the girl, and this guy walked in, and he had a weird look in his eyes. He didn't look normal. And I had ordered some nachos. I went to go grab my nachos up from the tray. And as I was walking back to the table, the guy walked up, stuck his hand in my nachos and started eating them. I didn't think that was the best idea for him. So when I asked him what the hell he was doing, he reached back in for another handful. So I punched him. He falls down, gets up. They break us up. Security seen what was going on, so they kicked him out. As I walked out of the taco cabana, he's still outside waiting on me. We commenced the fighting again, and he stabbed me 8 times. He punctured both my lungs, and he got me a couple millimeters away from the aorta, I believe, in the heart, which would have killed me. I was real lucky that I was able to live, but college football doesn't wait for anybody. You know, it's not a professional sport. The next guy in line got the job, so it killed my chances of playing any college football or any football period. So being that I still wanted to be competitive, I met a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu instructor there at Texas Tech named Clay Pittman. Started taking Jiu-Jitsu, and shortly after found myself fighting.
That Mexican, he's my best friend, you know? That's my brother. We live together, we die together every day, and I mean, that's what it is. We own a house together. I mean, we're like a married couple, so if we ever split up, it's gonna be hell. I'm about to just whip his ass bad, but I'll take a bullet for that dude. I mean, straight up. Anything he needed ever, I'd be there for him, and hopefully the feeling is mutual, but yeah, that's my right-hand man, and if I had to pick someone to go into war with, he'd be my second hand right there.
Me and Cowboy have been through the trenches together. We knew each other before anybody in the world knew who we were. We know everything there is to know about each other. We've shared everything from women to underwear. I mean, and you know, in order to be able to say that you've shared underwear with another guy, it's gotta be a special relationship. No matter how many people told us, you know, that dude's bad news or this dude's bad news, I mean, we always hung out, and we've always been brothers.
I'd fight him any day, you know, if someone said, hey, we need you to fight Leonard tomorrow, I'd be like, cool, let's do it. And then I'd shake his hand, and we'd go get paid and sit on the beach and pick up some chicks together.
You know, watching way too many movies as a kid, man. I was a Ninja Turtles fanatic, watching Van Damme and Ninja Turtles is what I was raised on, playing Street Fighter, video game. So I had a long, extensive kickboxing career, and then one day Duke Rufus asked me if I wanted to give MMA a try, just to try something different. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a try. So I got in the ring, I kicked the guy in the leg 3 times, and he falls on the ground, and they gave me a paycheck for it because MMA guys weren't accustomed to getting hit the way kickboxers are, so that's how I did it. And it was a challenge, man. Learning how to do jiu-jitsu, learning how to do wrestling, I was able to become a student again. I got to learn again because, I mean, you get to a point, you never stop learning striking, but I got into such a high level of striking that, I don't know, man, like, not that there wasn't much more to learn, but being able to be a student again just, like, captured my interest, man.
Was I troubled? No, I don't have a sad story. You know, I didn't grow up rough. I grew up with a silver spoon in my mouth, man. You know, I come from money. My grandparents who raised me were doctors, man, so I kind of always had the financial funding and everything that I needed on that side of it. Was I troubled as far as getting in trouble? Yeah, you know, I just kind of took everything I had for granted and just go out there and I'd fuck up. And, you know, my grandparents, who were probably the most influential people in my life, really were always there no matter what I wanted to do. I mean, it didn't matter what I did in life. They were backing me 100%, you know, and my last fight, my grandfather passed away. I found out, you know, 20 minutes before we were walking out. I knew he was, you know, on my last fight, I was actually in the hospital when Joe Silva called me. My grandpa got really sick and he went into the emergency room, and I said, Grandpa, they just called me, man, here's my shot. You know, he's like, shit, what are you doing here? Go. And you know, I sat and talked to him for about an hour and a half in the room, and he explained to me, you know, I got to say goodbye. Not many people get to say goodbye. And he told me, you know, I'm gonna make your fight. I'll hold in there. I'll make it. But he's like, I'm leaving the hospital today. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna die. You know, that's basically what went down. I mean, he went on hospice. I don't know many people know what hospice is, but that's where when people go when they die. You know, he told him I want to do hospice at home, and I'm gonna sit on my couch and you know, I'm gonna die. And to me, that was toughest thing I've gone through. But you know, just him saying, do what you do. I mean, go do what you do. I mean, and I got to say goodbye. And like I said, the night of weigh-ins, sitting there called. I said, they're on. They're gonna be showing them. Are you guys gonna see him? My grandma said, no, we can't. You know, Grandpa, he's not gonna make it. You know, and the whole day of the fight, you know, I was just sick and I didn't want to call and check it in. But Leonard called, and he was on the phone. My grandma was in the hospital. Put on speakerphone, and they were holding the phone in the corner, and so they heard it, you know. But I found out after. They told me after the fight what had gone down. But you know, somewhere down inside, I knew the whole time. And now here I go. Tomorrow I leave and go to his funeral. So I mean, tomorrow's gonna be another tough day for me. But it's all about growing as a person, and everything happens for a reason, you know. And shit, he was there through my whole life and taught me how to be a man and gave me the words of wisdom that I need to know, you know, hopefully that I can grow and teach my kids and teach people that hopefully that I train and just pass on his ways, you know. You know, now he won't miss a fight, so that's good, you know.
But Garcia has him in a very tight guillotine, and Hatan has to tap.
Haciendo un peleador esponsorado de TapouT, ellos están en todo el mundo. Yo pienso que eso es algo que es muy grande para mí, porque hasta aquí en México, pues en todos los estados, no nomás los Estados Unidos, no nomás México, en todo el mundo pueden comprar una camisa que dice Leonard Garcia y TapouT. Y eso es algo muy grande para mí, porque yo siento que ellos andan poniendo el mensaje muy grande para todo el mundo, para que miren. Y pues te sientes muy bien cuando eres parte de algo tan grande así.
Anthony protecting his arm. Oh, he's going to get it straightened out. He's got it locked up.
Deep, it is deep. And Njokuani fights, rolls, turns, and Cerrone's going to transition to a triangle. Right into the triangle.
Nice.
Slams Cerrone on his head.
All right, tightened it up.
Now
Tap.
he's out. It's it. He tapped out the triangle choke.
Pretty much, I think, in the MMA world, if you say cowboy, you know, word recognition is Donald Cerrone, and I owe a lot to Mask and Scrape and Punk Ass. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, man. They're down in Denver, Colorado, looking for starting their TV show. I just happened to walk in the gym that day when they were there, and they were like, wow. Obviously, I had something that struck their eye, and the rest is history, man. I did the show with them, and Mask called Reed Harris and said, I got a guy. I want him to fight for you in the WC. And they said, all right, we'll give it a shot. And he just opened the doors for me. So I owe a lot of my success to those guys, you know?
Every once in a while, you got to go out the box. That's what I'm learning from these guys, especially Straight. You've got to be a little bit different, man. You've got to go out the box, develop your own character. Everybody's a tough guy. Everybody wants to eat babies and raw meat and drink blood and punch and muscles. You've got to be able to be different, man. You've got to be a standout. You can't just be about that anymore. It's not just about fighting. You can't be tough. You mad all day. You can't be angry and aggressive all day long. These guys never smile, ever. Happy birthday, man. Thank you. I mean, that's it. They never smile. There's nothing else going on with them except fighting, and they're mad at something. I don't know, man. I can't explain it. Excuse me, just 1 second, if you don't mind. I would like to interrupt this interview to have a taste of my tasty TapouT drink, if that's okay. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Delicious.
Pat Barry's an explosive, athletic. I mean, he's a phenom, and you know, to see a guy who weighs over 220 pounds or whatever he weighs, be able to huck a backflip just, you know, in a standing position is something that amazes me. I mean, I fight at 145 and I have a hard time doing a backflip. I believe Pat Barry's still at a young age, and I mean, he's still putting it all together. He came from a huge kickboxing background, so everybody knows the striking is great. I can't wait to see, you know, when his wrestling and jiu-jitsu comes around. I believe that there's going to be a lot of people ducking Pat Barry. He's just a guy you don't want to sleep on.
My future in the heavyweight division, what is my next plan? I don't know. Like that answer changes a lot. I think as the sport evolves, as we evolve as individuals, man, as we grow, we get different outlooks on, you know, just different things. I want to be the greatest ninja in the world, then I want to be the greatest kickboxer in the world, and I want to be the greatest MMA guy in the world. But it's just more than that. It's more than just fighting. It's more than just punching and kicking. Like, you can be the greatest fighter in the world, and to some people, that's it. What I want to do with this is be able to influence people, be able to unplug people from the matrix, let them know that you are capable of doing anything you want to, as long as you just give it everything you got. That's what the whole HD hyper-diet concept was. Just swing for it, no matter what it is. I can do this, you can do this too, because I know, growing up, before I even started this, I was looking at all these superstars, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, like all these Mike Tyson, all these guys are on this pedestal, like, wow, this is amazing, some unattainable like level. But my goal in this, what I would like to do more than anything else, is just be able to influence individuals, to let them know that we're regular guys, man, with an odd job. You know, if this is what you want to do, if this is a dream of yours, you can do it, you can get it. I've been chasing this ever since I was born, man, and look, I get to be a real live ninja a real live ninja now. This is what I get to do. I can do this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, man. I'm a real live ninja. That's a dream come true. My Halloween costume is now what I wear every day.
My overall mission statement in life is to live a life worth living, whether that means fight and make the money I want, find the girl I want, live in the house I want. I mean, these are all things that I just want to be able to live my life, to live a life worth living, you know, and not worry about waking up and say, oh, what does this person think of me? I don't give a shit, you know. I'm here to enjoy my journey, and fighting, I truly, is my passion. I truly enjoy learning new moves, helping out people, growing as a person through the sport of MMA, you know, and that is my overall goal. So, do I plan on being a world champion? Sure. I mean, that's all great and fine, but man, other than that, I plan on just bettering myself and shooting the moon, you know.
In my life, I just want to know that I went into everything and did everything wholeheartedly. Whatever it is I'm doing, I'm going to give it 100%, and you know, however the cards lay at the end, as long as I know I gave it all I had, then that's the way they're going to lay. Me llamo Leonardo Garcia, yo soy TapouT.
My name is Donald Cowboy Cerrone, I am TapouT.
My name is Patrick Barry, and I am TapouT.